Have you ever felt like you were stuck in a cycle of overthinking, controlling, and pushing yourself too hard? Like no matter what you do, it never feels enough? Or maybe the opposite. You feel overwhelmed, emotionally drained, and unable to take action. Like you're just flowing through life without direction. Maybe you're the type of person who loves to plan, organize, and control everything. But at some point, it just starts to feel exhausting. Or perhaps you're naturally creative, intuitive, and free-spirited, but struggle to get things done or set clear boundaries. If so, you're not alone. And the reason behind this might surprise you. What you're experiencing is an imbalance in your divine feminine and divine masculine energies, the two opposing yet complementary forces that shape everything in our world, including you. Let's make one thing clear. This isn't just a spiritual concept. It's something you can see and feel in your everyday life. Think about it. Every great story, every powerful person, every moment of true transformation happens when action meets intuition. Power meets flow. Discipline meets surrender. Masculine energy gives us drive, structure, and action, the power to go after what we want. Feminine energy gives us intuition, creativity, and flow, the ability to receive, feel, and trust. Both are equally important, but when these energies are out of sync, life starts to feel off. Too much masculine energy, you become rigid, aggressive, emotionally detached, or constantly in hustle mode. Too much feminine energy, you become passive, indecisive, overwhelmed, or disconnected from reality. Sounds familiar? That's because we all struggle with this imbalance at some point in our lives. The problem is, most of us don't even realize it's happening. Here's the thing, you don't have to be spiritual or into energy work to feel the effects of this imbalance. Ever met someone who's wildly successful but seems cold, emotionally unavailable, or never truly satisfied? That's someone living in an overactive masculine energy. They get things done, but at the cost of their peace and emotional depth. Or perhaps you've met someone who's deeply intuitive and creative but struggles to take action, set boundaries, or make things happen. That's someone stuck in overactive feminine energy. They feel deeply but struggle with stability and direction. And sometimes we swing between the two. We push ourselves to work hard and achieve, but then we burn out and collapse into exhaustion. This cycle keeps us stuck. This is why understanding and balancing these energies is one of the most powerful things you can do for yourself. Now imagine if you could bring both into harmony, to live a life where you are both powerful and peaceful, ambitious and intuitive, driven and flowing. That's what today's video is all about. By the end of this video, you'll not only understand the divine feminine and masculine energies, but also learn how to recognize which energy is dominant in your life, the hidden signs of imbalance that might be holding you back, practical ways to awaken and harmonize your energies for more joy, success, and fulfillment. This is not about choosing one over the other. This is about creating balance, so you can step into the fullest version of yourself. If you've ever felt like life is pushing and pulling you in opposite directions, like you're stuck between structure and chaos, control and surrender, then this video will help you make sense of it all. Because once you learn how to balance your divine feminine and masculine, you'll unlock a whole new level of clarity, confidence, and inner peace. So let's start with the divine feminine energy. What does it really mean to embrace your feminine essence? And what happens when this energy is too strong or too weak? Let's jump in. All right, so let's talk about the divine feminine, what it is, how it manifests in our lives, and what happens when it's out of balance. First things first, divine feminine energy has nothing to do with gender. Whether you're a man, woman, or non-binary, we all carry both masculine and feminine energies inside of us. These energies aren't about being male or female, they're about the way we interact with ourselves, others, and the world. So, what exactly is the divine feminine? The feminine energy is the part of us that is fluid, intuitive, nurturing, creative, and deeply connected to emotions. It is the energy of flow, surrender, and receiving. Think about it like this. If masculine energy is the riverbank, structured and firm, feminine energy is the water, flowing effortlessly within it. The divine feminine is what allows us to trust our intuition, that deep gut feeling that tells us what's right before logic does. Create and express, whether that's through art, music, ideas, or even just the way we dress and speak. Connect deeply with emotions, not just our own, but others as well. Embrace stillness and self-care, slowing down, resting, and allowing ourselves to recharge. Nurture and support, whether it's ourselves, loved ones, or even dreams and projects. It's the energy of the moon, the ocean, the wild unknown. Ever been around someone who makes you feel completely seen, heard, and safe? Someone whose presence is soft yet powerful? calming yet magnetic? That's the divine feminine in action. You can see it in a healer, therapist, or spiritual teacher who holds space for others with warmth and compassion, an artist or writer who channels deep emotions into their work, creating something raw and beautiful, a mother, mentor, or best friend who nurtures without judgment, making you feel accepted as you are, a yogi, dancer, or meditator who moves with grace, embodying flow and presence. The divine feminine is powerful, but in a quiet, deep, and magnetic way. But here's where things get tricky. When this energy is too strong or too weak, it can create imbalance. When your feminine energy is overactive, you might find yourself feeling lost, ungrounded, or unable to take action, like you're always flowing but never moving forward. Overly emotional or sensitive, absorbing everyone else's energy and carrying emotional burdens that aren't yours. Lacking boundaries, saying yes to everything, overgiving, and putting others before yourself to the point of exhaustion. Avoiding structure, discipline, or decision-making, floating through life without a clear sense of direction, feeling dependent on others, struggling to stand in your own power and make choices confidently. If this sounds familiar, it might mean you're stuck in an overactive feminine state, too deep in emotions, too passive, or too much in flow without direction. On the flip side, if your divine feminine is suppressed or blocked, you might feel disconnected from your emotions, struggling to express feelings or even understand them, reject intuition and creativity, relying too much on logic and overthinking every decision, fear vulnerability, putting up walls, struggling to receive love, or always needing to be strong. Push yourself too hard, overworking, never resting, and feeling guilty for slowing down. Struggle with self-care, putting productivity above well-being, ignoring your body's needs, and neglecting pleasure. When the divine feminine is too weak, life feels dry, rigid, and disconnected. You might achieve things, but something feels missing. Joy, depth, meaning. If you've realized that your feminine energy is out of balance, don't worry. You can awaken, heal, and bring it back into harmony. Here's how. Slow down and rest. Feminine energy thrives in stillness. Allow yourself to take breaks, nap, do nothing without guilt. Rest is productive. Embrace your emotions, feel them, don't suppress them. Write in a journal, talk to someone you trust, cry when you need to. Express yourself creatively. Dance, paint, write, sing, do something that feels free and flowing. Connect with nature. Walk barefoot on the earth, listen to the ocean, sit under the moon. Nature is a pure feminine force. Practice receiving. Let others help you. Accept compliments. Allow yourself to receive love, joy, and abundance without guilt. Tune into intuition. Instead of always seeking answers outside, listen to your gut, your dreams, and your heart. Feminine energy doesn't need to be earned. It already exists within you. The more you trust, allow, and surrender, the stronger it becomes. The divine feminine is one of the most powerful energies in existence, but it only works when it's in balance. When embraced fully, it makes life softer, deeper, and more fulfilling. When out of balance, it can leave you feeling lost, overwhelmed, or disconnected. But remember, the feminine is only one side of the equation. To truly thrive, you also need masculine energy, the action, structure, and drive that keeps things in motion. So, what happens when the masculine energy takes over? What does healthy masculine energy look like? And how can you balance the two? That's what we'll explore next. Now that we've explored divine feminine energy, let's talk about its counterpart, the divine masculine. Just like feminine energy, masculine energy exists in all of us, regardless of gender. It's not about being manly or aggressive. It's about the part of us that is structured, logical, action-driven, and protective. If the feminine is the flow of the river, the masculine is the riverbank that gives it direction. If the feminine is the dreamer, the masculine is the doer who makes that dream a reality. At its core, the divine masculine energy is about action and discipline, the drive to set goals, take steps, and make things happen. Focus and direction, the ability to cut through distractions and create structure. Logic and reason, thinking critically, solving problems, and making rational decisions. Strength and protection, standing up for yourself and others, setting firm boundaries, and acting with integrity. Leadership and confidence, taking responsibility, leading with wisdom, and stepping into your personal power. Where the feminine nurtures and creates, the masculine builds and protects. Both are essential for a balanced, fulfilling life. Ever met someone who radiates quiet confidence and strength? Someone who stands firm in their truth, takes action without fear, and naturally commands respect without ever being forceful? That's divine masculine energy at its highest form. You can see it in a leader or mentor who guides others with strength, wisdom, and clarity. An architect or engineer who brings abstract ideas into structured physical reality. An entrepreneur or athlete who embodies discipline, strategy, and drive. A protector or warrior who stands for justice, sets boundaries, and defends what's right. Masculine energy is not about dominance or control. It's about strength with wisdom, action with purpose, and confidence with humility. But just like the divine feminine, masculine energy can become unbalanced when it is either too strong or too weak. When your masculine energy is overactive, You might find yourself overworking and burning out, constantly hustling, never resting, and defining your worth by productivity, being emotionally closed off, struggling to express emotions or viewing them as weakness, controlling everything, needing things to be your way, and resisting flow or flexibility, overly competitive or aggressive, always needing to win or prove yourself, pushing away relationships, prioritizing work, logic, or goals over deep connections. In this state, you might get things done, but at a cost. You may feel disconnected, stressed, or unable to enjoy life. On the other hand, if your masculine energy is too weak or suppressed, you might lack direction and discipline, struggling to set goals or follow through on plans, feel indecisive or passive, allowing others to take control of your life instead of standing in your power, struggle with boundaries, saying yes when you mean no, avoiding confrontation or feeling walked over, doubt yourself constantly, lacking the confidence to take action or trust your own decisions, avoid responsibility, fearing leadership, commitment, or stepping up when needed. When the masculine is too weak, life feels scattered, uncertain, and stagnant, as if you're floating without direction. If you feel your masculine energy is out of balance, you can awaken and strengthen it by taking action. Start small, set a goal, follow through, build self-trust by proving to yourself that you can make things happen, creating structure, develop routines, systems, and discipline that help you stay focused and productive, setting boundaries, learn to say no to things that drain you and yes to what truly matters, strengthening your body and mind, exercise, build physical strength, and engage in practices like martial arts, weightlifting, or even cold showers to cultivate resilience. Speaking your truth, express yourself with clarity and confidence without fear of judgment, making decisions and leading. Start leading your own life. Make firm choices and stand by them. Trust yourself. When you cultivate your divine masculine, you step into your personal power. You own your path, lead with strength, and create the life you desire. Here's the truth. Neither energy is better than the other. A person who is all masculine and no feminine may be successful, but they'll feel disconnected, rigid, and unable to enjoy life. A person who is all feminine and no masculine may be intuitive and creative, but they'll feel lost, chaotic, and unable to manifest their dreams. The key is balance. When you integrate both energies, you become strong yet compassionate, focused yet creative, driven yet at peace, disciplined yet intuitive, a leader who listens and a listener who leads. Imagine waking up every day feeling deeply aligned, having both the clarity to take action and the trust to flow with life. That's what true harmony looks like. So far, we've explored both the divine feminine and masculine, what they are, how they work, and how to awaken them within yourself. But how do you actually keep them balanced in daily life? How do you shift between structure and flow, action and surrender, power and peace? That's exactly what we'll explore in the next section, how to balance your energy for a more aligned life. Let's find out. Now that we've explored divine feminine and masculine energies, the real question is, how do you balance them? Because here's the thing, life is not about choosing one over the other. It's about knowing when to step into your masculine energy to take action and lead, and when to soften into your feminine energy to trust, flow, and receive. When you balance these energies, you stop feeling stuck because you can take action without fear. You stop feeling drained because you allow yourself to rest without guilt. You make better decisions because you trust both logic and intuition. You create success without burnout because you blend strategy with flow. Balancing these energies isn't about perfection, it's about awareness and practice. So let's get into practical ways to integrate both energies in daily life. Before you can balance your energy, you need to ask yourself, do I naturally operate more in my masculine or feminine energy? Signs you lean too much into your masculine energy, you're always busy, always doing. Rest feels unproductive. You prioritize logic and structure, but struggle to listen to emotions. You're goal-driven, but find little joy in the process. You struggle to receive help, love, or kindness from others. You feel burnt out, disconnected, or emotionally numb. Signs you lean too much into your feminine energy. You go with the flow, but struggle to take action. You feel deeply, but struggle with discipline and follow through. You trust your intuition, but avoid structure or planning. You struggle with boundaries. You overgive and say yes too much. You feel overwhelmed, passive, or stuck in indecision. If you see yourself in either of these, it's a sign that your energies need balancing. The goal, to integrate both energies so they work together. If you feel stuck in overactive masculine energy, you need to awaken your feminine side by practicing stillness, slow down, meditate, breathe, learn to be okay with not doing, tapping into emotions, journaling, therapy, or even music can help you connect with your feelings, allowing yourself to receive. Let people help you. Accept love, compliments, and abundance. Getting creative, paint, dance, write, do things without a goal or outcome. Connecting with nature, the ocean, the moon, the forest, all feminine forces that restore balance. If you feel stuck in overactive feminine energy, you need to activate your masculine side by creating structure. Set small goals, make plans, and track your progress. Taking bold action. Stop overthinking. Just start. Even small steps build momentum. Setting firm boundaries. Say no when needed. Protect your energy. Practicing discipline. Wake up earlier, work out, stick to a schedule. Embodying leadership. Make decisions. Stand by your choices. Take responsibility for your life. By intentionally activating the energy you're lacking, you create inner harmony. Once you understand where you're out of balance, the next step is creating daily habits that strengthen both sides. Here's a simple balanced daily routine you can follow. Morning, masculine energy activation. Start your day with structure. Set goals. Create a to-do list. Move your body, strength training, running, or yoga with intention. Focus on productivity. Work on important tasks before distractions set in. Midday, feminine energy reset. Take mindful breaks. Step outside, listen to music, meditate for 5 minutes. Connect with intuition. Journal. Check in with how you feel. Eat slowly. With presence, savor your meals instead of rushing through them. Evening, feminine energy, deepening, and reflection. Wind down with gentle movement, stretching, a walk, or deep breathing. Reflect on emotions. What did you feel today? What did you learn? Unplug and enter a state of rest and receiving. Read, meditate, take a bath. By balancing your day between structure and flow, action and stillness, you naturally integrate both energies. Your masculine and feminine energies don't just affect you. They shape your relationships, career, and how you interact with others. In relationships, if you're too masculine, you might struggle with emotional connection and vulnerability. If you're too feminine, you might lose yourself in others, lacking boundaries. Balance equals clear communication, emotional openness, and mutual respect. In work and leadership, if you're too masculine, you might overwork, micromanage, or struggle to delegate. If you're too feminine, you might lack direction, avoid decisions, or struggle with self-discipline. Balance equals confident decision-making plus intuitive creativity. Leadership with compassion. Success and fulfillment come from using both energies wisely. True balance isn't about forcing yourself to always be half masculine, half feminine. It's about knowing when to shift, when to step into your masculine, when you need to take action, lead, and get things done, when setting boundaries and making logical decisions, when structuring your life and staying disciplined, when to embrace your feminine, when you need to trust, flow, and surrender instead of controlling, when connecting emotionally with yourself or others, when you need creativity, rest, and deep inner wisdom. Once you master this flow between energies, life becomes effortless. Balancing your divine feminine and masculine is not a one-time fix. It's a lifelong practice. Every day you have the opportunity to listen to yourself, check in, and adjust. Some days you'll need more structure and action, masculine. Other days you'll need more rest and intuition, feminine. The key is awareness, knowing what you need in each moment and having the courage to give it to yourself. When you balance these energies, life feels more aligned. You move with purpose, but also with ease. You take action without force and you trust without fear. And that's when you step into your highest self. In the final section, we'll wrap everything up with a powerful message on how to live a fully integrated life, where both energies work together effortlessly. So now you understand both divine feminine and masculine energies, what they are, how they show up in your life, and how to balance them. But knowledge alone isn't enough. The real transformation happens when you start applying this balance in your daily life. The truth is, you won't always get it perfect. Some days, you'll find yourself pushing too hard, stuck in masculine energy. Other days, you'll feel unfocused and lost, too deep in feminine flow. And that's okay. Balancing these energies is not about perfection. It's about awareness and intentionality. The goal is to catch yourself when you're out of alignment and gently shift back into balance. Here's how you can do that starting right now. One of the best ways to maintain balance is to check in with yourself daily. Ask yourself, am I feeling too rigid, stressed, or controlling? Lean into your feminine. Pause. Breathe. Allow yourself to receive. Am I feeling too passive, scattered, or overwhelmed? Step into your masculine. Take action. Set a goal and follow through. This small habit of self-awareness can help you course correct before imbalance takes over. Balance isn't something you achieve once. It's something you practice every day. A powerful truth about energy balance: it's not about separating these energies. It's about integrating them into one powerful force. Think of some of the most inspiring people in the world. Leaders, artists, healers, visionaries. What do they have in common? They are both powerful and compassionate. They are both driven and intuitive. They are both structured and creative. They have mastered the dance between action and flow, control and surrender, logic and intuition. And you can too. The more you practice honoring both energies, the easier it becomes. Eventually, you won't even have to think about it. Balance will become your natural state. Now the question is, what's your next step? Because awareness is great, but action is where the magic happens. So here's a challenge for you. For the next 7 days, be mindful of your energy. Notice when you feel too rigid or controlling and soften into your feminine feminine. Notice when you feel stuck or unmotivated and activate your masculine. Pay attention to how it shifts your mood, energy, and clarity. By simply noticing where you're out of balance and making small shifts, you'll begin to experience a powerful transformation. And if this journey has resonated with you, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with others who need it. If this video helped you understand your energy on a deeper level, make sure to like this video to help more people find it. Comment below, what's one shift you're going to make today to balance your energy? Subscribe for more content on energy, self-growth, and spiritual alignment. And if you want to go deeper, let me know in the comments. Would you like a separate video on specific practices to balance these energies? Remember, you are meant to be whole. You don't have to choose between power and peace, discipline and creativity, strength and softness. You are both. And when you embrace both your divine feminine and masculine, you unlock a version of yourself that is unstoppable. Now go out there, live in alignment, and step into your highest power.